Yo, what's poppin', everybody? It's your boy SCAR, Ska, for those who can't spell. And Q&A with your favorites. It seems someone thinks I'm a favorite. And thank you for that. And shout out to Local Corner. I'm here to answer your questions. You sent them through, and I can't wait. So let's get straight into them, okay? All right, hope you like my pink. And first one coming through from KD Mulusiwa. It goes, if you died right now, what would you want to be remembered for? Shout out to you, Lizozo. We used to work together at Yaron FM. The one thing that I really want to be remembered for is music. I come from a generation of artists where there was very few of us who were doing urban youth music. We found Boskizo, with Go Tribal Monks, Third Mind was popping, Brown Sugar was popping, but like, for me and Bovi, we started getting clubs to have us on like a monthly basis. So our song would be popping on the radio, and then people would want to go and see who are these youngsters. So we've worked more at making the music, and that's why I'm able to be on radio. That's why I'm able to do anything else. It's the music. So I want to be remembered for that. I hope that answers your question. And second question coming through from Mackie John Matipa. Bar for bar, would you go limb to limb with Oricaliente? Oricaliente, meaning my boy Oracle, Mr. Kabolokwalo himself. I have gone bar for bar with Oracle on many times. I actually think I'm one of the few people who've actually been on more songs as an MC who was actually on the mainstream with Oracle, and I think a lot of people chickened out from the opportunity to rap with him. So we have done a lot of songs together. On a lot of the songs, Bonubu Bazokala, and we did another one called Mao that I produced on his album, Sex. I'm sure you didn't know we could play beats, but we had to stop all of that because we had to rap more. So yeah, I think I can go toe to toe with Gabo. But then we have to talk about longevity. Can you go toe to toe with me now? All right, cool. Kim Weezy. Yo, Kim Weezy. You gotta pluck at the heartstrings, man. King Weezy is like, where is your son? Are you spending time with him? Are you bonding? If not, are you getting help concerning the situation? This issue is a very complicated one. My son is 11 years old this year, in August 25th. And I haven't seen him in about 2.5 years or so. I see him in like little spurts when his mother decides. It's a very, very complicated relationship between me and his mother. Basically, she can't stand me, and I've come to terms with that. And I have family that I talk to about stuff like this to a point. Is me wanting to be with him selfishly, destabilizing his home situation because he's got his grandmother and his other people around him. So, if I go to fight these people in the court, who am I really trying to serve? And we are all, high-profile people, and I really don't want to have him running in those newspapers. We can do other things. I mean, he's gonna grow up eventually. He'll know, my side of the story. I did a whole album about it. So, I don't see him. I don't get to spend time with him, but, we'll see. We'll see, man. Keep it locked. Our next question comes through from Mr. Gugu Khotso Ramohola. What's up, Gugu? Hey, my guy. How did the collaboration with Reason and Proverb come about on the song Papa? The way that collaboration came about, there's a guy in our industry, his name is Kanedo. So this guy is a little hustler. He's an unassuming character. You wouldn't even know, like, this guy, he's got all of these brains, and he basically runs around trying to hook us up and trying to make us appeal to other markets outside of Botswana. And he's working with Proverb, and he's a lot of the reason why Proverb is always in Botswana. So he had this track, he was at a studio with them, and they had Reason, and for some reason he put me in the conversation, comes running with this song, I put my verse. My responsibility was to put a verse and a chorus, and the only other person I know who can write like really well is Lizibo. You know, there's a lot of other guys that have come after that. You have to understand, like I've been on this thing for a long time, so when you have a guy like Lizibo come through, they make things easier. So we were lucky to have that song happen, and I was lucky to, you know, to dedicate a song to my son that he can hear about, because that's really important to me. You know what I mean? Yeah. I guess I'm gonna get a flu. I'm not gonna know weather these days, guys. I don't know what's going on, but yeah. The next question coming through from Lebogang Cash Boy Mudikwa, and what's up, Lebogang Cash Boy? Recently, I have realized that most of your tracks are produced by Drake, being Wang Bakani. Why him? Almost all producers. Why him instead of almost all the producers? I think that's what you meant to say. Why him? I've known Drake since 2003, and we managed to get reacquainted by a mutual friend called Bishop. And well, this was actually after Dimakato, actually. Double MP, because MOD is from Pikwe also. So when they were doing Dimakato, these guys wanted me to do the chorus for Dimakato. So, you know, they were at my house every other day, and Drake had produced it. So when I went to the studio, I meet Drake, and this is like how many years later? About 15 years later. And, you know, Drake had been coming to my house in about 2003, 2004. So fast forward to now, 2018, me and this guy share the same type of love for music. And, you know, it was that easy. You know, Double MP acquainted us, and then we released this album because I absolutely think he's one of the best producers in this country. Not beat makers, but all around, you know, song creators. So that's why Drake. So please reach out to him if you want that fire, okay? And yo, Calvin Mahaladi. What's up, Calvovo? Are you impressed with Chiliza at Ministry of Youth so far and his Gadishu rap? Okay, that's two questions. When it comes to Mr. Chilibo Rakhari, you know, I know where he's from, you know. I know, you know, how humble his beginnings are from where he's from, you know, the type of work that, you know, his parents were involved in the city. I know where his heart is. So most of the time, I know he is not going to take advantage of people. You know what I mean? He's he is the average Motswana, you know, and that's what I always want to believe in. And at this point in time, he's given us the Botswana National Arts Council. They're talking about building a state theater. These things could have happened years ago. I mean, the Botswana National Sports Council has been around for years. It's been taking people for scholarships outside of the country because they have talent in sports. Why can't we do something like that for someone who can sing and take them to like Bonobo, New York, Chicago Art School, Institutes of Art? So that's basically what Chiliza has done in about a year. We're about to have an arts council that's going to do that for the art. So I'm thinking, yo, man, this dude, I'm cool with what he's doing right now. So everyone, you know, has their own opinion. But as far as his rapping, Mohorisani, he's fine. He's cool. And Diva and Kagaku Limko, someone should have told me, okay? Someone should have told me. I have 4 more years of this thing to do, and the assignments are every other day. The tests are really, like you see, I'm sweating. The tests are crazy, and but I really love it. You know, it's a new challenge. I'm doing TV and film, and I really want to get into doing documentaries and tell stories about things that I know about the Botswana music industry. I'm looking forward to learning from my brothers and everyone else that I've worked with. And yo, it's a collaborative thing. We're all trying to tell Botswana stories. I do it through music, and I want to do it through film as well, okay? Thank you, Kelvovo. And the next question comes through from Arnold K. Isele. When are you getting back on radio, Leqeba? Arnold, I really don't know, man. None of these guys want to hire me. I don't know. Maybe sometimes I think I'm like my worst enemy. because I'm really honest. I know who I am. I know what I stand for. I'm not gonna get fired from a radio show because I was about to beat a woman. GBV is something that I take very seriously, and I will reiterate again. I never tried to beat my co-host on the radio show that I was doing. You know what I mean? And she cried wolf, and there were no consequences for those people firing me for lying about me. And I know brothers who get fired from jobs every day. And you know, even though we are talking GBV, stop destroying men's lives with lies. That's all I'm trying to say to those ladies who are lying about brothers. So as far as radio is concerned, I don't think I do want to go back because I'm busy with school. So if they're willing to like work around my schedule, we'll make it pop off. Away. Okay. Mr. Innocent Selatwa, you are the next better up. What's up, Innocent? Hey, don't mind me, guys. Like, studio and the weather. Don't worry, okay? Now, check out what I'm jamming to. What happens, how ready to this album, and what was your favorite track? And Innocent is talking about Happy Hour. Wow. Yo, this album pretty much was me becoming a man, I guess, because I was much more confident in writing songs and being able to create music with Presley and Goof effortlessly. This is a really illegal act. So then it was just trial and error because I was coming out of a group. So even when I did get into a Happy Hour, and around Eriki, the biggest people in the label were Matieng and Mampizi. And Eric at the time didn't trust me, to tell you the truth, because Mampizi had just booked out. So I Mampizi had dojayana, Eric inafila or late he even had a song. He would always be singing it to CEO or Breakthrough, and Modisa would be like, Caesar, Caesar, why you wanna blow and go? And it's like, come on, I'm not gonna do that. But at the time, I was just learning how to be a better artist and sleeping at the studio, hanging around Matsi and touring with Boy Eskimos and learning how we can actually localize content for our market, which is hip hop, and also learn what other people in other parts of the country deem as BW hip hop, because we were hitting every spot across the country. So performing after Alfredo Mars, performing after all these people, and you are about to sing a hip hop song. So this album means a lot to me because it wasn't only my people anymore. I had other songs, and my favorite song, of course, is Mitlolo, because it's a national anthem, man. It's part of the culture. Okay, when they say it's on the culture, they mean this song. Yeah. Okay, Ipileng M. Ntsoletang. Do you have any upcoming artists that you're grooming and mentoring to reach the same heights as you did? And is there any new school artists you're vibing to? Man, you know, okay. Most people like saying, like, hey, Caesar, how are you relevant? Hey, Caesar, you're relevant. And that's really never been my goal. You see this new upcoming artist thing. I've messed with all of them on one level or the other. Of course, I did focus a lot on the ones that I did know personally. You know, your Sasas, of course, they'll call you up or whatever. But I have a relationship with everyone from MOD to Vizo. I have a relationship with Fela. I have a relationship with Ozzy F. Teddy. I have some level of relationship with Xavier, Joshua, Mengdela, Balaklava, Blanco. All of them, like that, are the generation that came after us. So I can't really reach that further lower to like the more upcoming ones, because I'm busy also learning from this generation that came after us, which are your Vizos, your Bentis, because these dudes, Bo Flex the Ninja, I'm guessing there's so many things that I've been learning from them, which is why when I'm dropping this upcoming project with Fela, it's me learning from them. So what they can learn from me is basically what type of hurdles that they run into and ask me, because I really don't know what's going on over there, man. You know, I see the clothes, I see the hair, I see the tattoos, I hear the songs, I hear the chords in the songs, and I'm thinking these guys are amazing, and I learn so much from them. So if there's anyone who wants to learn something from me, you can let me know, and we can go to the studio and vibe. I mean, any genre. I mean, I've worked with Gustos, I've worked with Amanandos, everyone. Like, so, you just hit me up, man, and we see what we can do. And my favorite artist really is Vizo. BW's my favorite artist is without a doubt Vizo. And it's between Balaclava Blanco, I hold them to a higher standard, and Ozzy, I hold them to a higher standard than I hold other BW musicians, hip-hop artists. Balaclava Blanco, Vizo, and of course, LCF Tsezi. Okay. Hey, all right. Toto Jane says, what's up, Toto? Toto says, Wajola, ne? Kanamalova Norisha Katwa. Listen, Toto. Listen, okay? Let me tell you something. Maybe I need a snack for this. I actually need like a sugar rush because we have a conversation that we have to have, okay? Things are not good in paradise, all right? As you can see, I'm out here trying to get a sugar rush quickly. Things are not good in paradise. Me and that pretty young lady have decided to go our separate ways. The pressure was a bit much for the both of us, and hopefully, I really, really like her, and if you're watching this, hit your boy up, man. And hey, moving right along, okay? So yeah, we're not dating right now, but I'm hoping we can fix it. Moving right along. Who is your current favorite local MC and why? Vizo. He puts in work. Guys, Vizo never stops working. And no two songs are similar. I really have never seen anything like this. So, hey, at least Vizo, because if I could, the one person I'd invest my money on is Vizo. All right, what's your top 5 bot MCs in any order? Sheesh. 5 Samba T, 4 Apollo Diablo, 3 Zeus, 2 Aura, 1 Ska. That's pretty solid. And I came off that off the top of the head, okay? So, yo, you brothers better not call me. But if we extended it, but I had to keep it to the big 5, you know what I mean? I love those brothers to death. We kept each other going, and this is why we have such a fertile, crop of artists doing that thing right now, I think. So, big up to those brothers. And did you really beef with Zeus, or it was one of those publicity stunts? Also, how did you and Oracle beef come about? With Zeus, it really was never a beef. Me and Zeus's brother, we really tied the blind, you know what I mean? Zeus is like my younger brother. We pretty much, even when he was dating Sasami, I think Sasami used to be telling me, well, we sort of king. If only you guys could hang. And we found that out later on, even when I was in Joburg, because he was based there, and he's always been my bro. And it's pretty much sort of like that Bow Wow and Little Romeo beef. Guys just won't let it go, but it's not real, okay? Let it go. Let it cooperate. Let it go, guys. Ow. And give me the check. And with Aura, it was real. With Aura, it was real. We're in the same label. And it was brothers competing with each other. And I think other people could have done a lot more so that me and my brother don't push each other apart like that. There were also some girls involved, so that never works. And just try and be strong with each other, guys, okay? Come on, guys. The money isn't here yet, okay? Let's not do this. Let's make songs, all right? And Kamogelo Are, what exactly were you fighting for when Ali Lati a few months back? I hooked up Lati with an advertising agency, and there was a person who worked there that I used to date, and then Lati Korara smashed, and that's the person he thinks that's my girl, and then he wants me on a song, and he's just a confusing guy, and I don't know if he understands that he's growing up, and he really needs to decide what he's doing with his hair, because it's not gonna cut it. There's gonna come a point where you can't walk into a room full of adults with that hair. Grow up. That's all I gotta say about that. And who we got? But me, I love everyone, but I will smack a kid if he comes in my face. Masero Jani, where is House of Fame and which channel will it be airing? House of Fame is one of the tragedies of COVID because the guys that are working on it, which I know very closely, are working around the clock. It's very, very hard to get people to be invested in projects right now. And the magnitude of the project is pretty large. And the anticipation is or COVID. So some of the things, it's already streamlined anyway, but there will be announcements, probably even next week, and you will be able to know what's going on. But they are hell-bent on making it happen. I'm hell-bent on being part of it. And we'll see, it will happen. And as far as the channel, it's all part of the surprise package of where exactly you'll be checking it out. So a lot of exciting things are supposed to be happening this year. And I hope you guys are keeping it locked to that. Okay, next up we got Lesedi Husiami. And Lesedi's like, hello Lesedi. Lesedi's like, hi brother. Most of our local artists kind of lose it as time goes on. They vanish, hella. Pow. What is that one thing that you are doing that would make you remembered no matter what? And thank you for that question. Hey. All right. I heard this from Lil Wayne, okay? It's like some people like what happened, but they don't like what they do. You know what I mean? It's like you make a song and then boom, everyone loves you and hey, whatever. There's gonna come a time where all of that just dwindles down. And then you have to go back to what you do, which is what gets you into a position to be that. So if you don't like going to the studio, if you don't like sitting there and making songs and always being inspired and doing all the work that it needs to be done, to fulfill your passion, you're gonna wane out because all you like is what happened. I don't know if you understand me. So love what you do and you'll never feel like a failure. Even if less people like you, as long as you're doing what you're passionate about, you will always feel on top. And as far as talking commercially, it's because there's no support from the private sector. I came back from that idols place. There's people that I was next to that elevated because municipalities in their countries helped them out. You can take it, for example, Civil Knight. He won MC Africa. But he had to go and pursue his degree and finish. He's doing really well, by the way, in his life. But then you see a guy like Hatemang Maraza. Maraza is hosting all kinds of TV shows in South African TV. He's even got new mainstream music, but Sybil beat him. You know what I mean? We've won hip-hop awards on continental levels. But did you see any of these companies come through and help who? So you're on your own. You're really, really on your own. Save the little money that you got, put it into a marketing budget, and be as stingy as you can and charge them. Because they do have the money, but they would rather spend it on South African artists who then come back and flaunt it here. You know what I mean? So please, man, come on, guys. Let's focus. And yeah. Balabar. The last question, it's not the last question. There's a bunch. Okay, yeah, there's many more. This is from Butilo Nonokinosi, and she's like, when are you going back on air on a different station, of course? I really don't know, guys. With radio, you are at the mercy of the people who own the airwaves that they, it's their airwaves. If I'm on Yarn FM, I'm using Yarn FM airwaves, which they, infrastructure, I think you want to buy Juelella. But, one thing that's always baffled me is that, like, all of these radio stations, especially the private ones, once one person gets out, it's very, very difficult to find them pop up at another radio station, especially the talented ones. So, I don't know, man. There's just too much bureaucracy in Botswana when it comes to talent. But this is why I tell you, like, you can't let anyone dictate to you what your happiness level should be. You know what I mean? If you feel uncomfortable in the place that you are producing your talent for, bounce and then go produce for yourself somewhere else because you really need to believe in yourself. So we will do podcasts. We will do these things that Local Corner are doing. And Botswana artists will show up and will support these platforms and they will become big. And then they will be the ones that now are running the show because they're run by talented people. So once talented people start getting off their butts and running the stuff, we won't have bureaucrats running us. All right, Mr. B Flip, Ivy League. Want to know if it was you who did beat Mandela back when you had FB quarrel with Faded Gang Boys? No. Dela had his own beefs in Block 5, and I think those people took advantage of the fact that me and my little bro were having our own argument. And, you know, I do consider him my little bro. So, I went to school with his sis. So it was one of those things, no, people are trying to get into the rap game in a bad way. I didn't do anything to Dela. It was some other guys that I think they had their own quarrels. Randy Molokwani, when are you bringing back people of different identities, Pudi? This week, all right? Look out to the pages, all right? Yeah. Budiba Valencia Manyake, how do you see this pandemic altering the music industry? Dude, I haven't worked in a year, you know? Some of us have had to diversify in the, like Boviana, and we're also trying to get back into merchandising and school. It's gonna alter it for the next couple of years. I mean, if first world countries haven't opened up by now, so hopefully we'll know something by the end of the year, but state of emergency. Isn't an emergency a short thing? If you've been in emergency for a year, isn't that the normal now? Because it's not an emergency. It's supposed to be 3 months. Anyway. Abel, AB Flow Simani. In all your songs, which one would you say, wow, here I was on fire? I would have to say Ntwele, because it was really, really personal. And it did something that I've always seen other international music do, like Bob Marley, where like the song is a feeling that everyone shares, you know what I mean? And at one point or the other, you're like, we should like telling our one, come on Ntwele, or at least in telling or so it was like a really, really raw feeling. And I shout out to my boy Tabang. We wrote it in Joe Tanyala's house, and we went straight to the studio, and you know, Sprite was there, and we killed it. And Cab was at the studio too, so shout out Botsaganna. And who else we got? Tefo Matenge. Are you working on something, and when are you releasing new content? I'm working on a new project with Fela. It's not because he's working with William. Fela has been my little bro for years, man. I knew him since Rimzi, so that's what I'm working on. It's coming out before the end of April, so look out for that. Guys, I gotta go. It's too many of them. Am I taking one more? All right, I'm taking one more. Okay, when are you making a song with William Last in ATI? I've got a lot of songs with ATI. I'm trying to do a new one. William Last, me and him have a track together on OZF Teddy's new album. So, check it out. And check out Pudi. It's also coming out your name this week. And please keep supporting Local Corner, man. These guys are out there bringing us to you. We wouldn't be able to have these conversations if it wasn't for them, because hey, what type of corner piece? So at least I got to answer as many questions as possible. Keep it locked, man. Q&A with your favorites on Local Corner. SEAR, outer.